You are watching WSCC TV 62, Selden, New York. WSCC TV 62, Selden, New York originates from the basement of the Riverhead Technology Complex on the Ammerman campus of Suffolk County Community College in Selden, New York. WSCC is owned and operated by Suffolk County Community College, with transmission facilities in Suffolk, New York. WSCC operates on Channel 62 with an effective radiated power of 0 kilowatts by authority of Gail Sheridan.
The coronavirus pandemic continues to wreak havoc on the world. The U.S. economy has been devastated as the public grapples with their survival, both physically and financially. And New York State remains on pause as Governor Cuomo remains steadfast in the fight against this deadly virus. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me at RTV News. I hope all of you are healthy and safe. We have a lot to share with you today. With New York having more than 251,000 people testing positive for the virus and 14,000 deaths, Governor Cuomo has extended New York pause through May 15th, which means all schools and non-essential services and businesses will remain closed. We will keep you updated on New York pause, so be sure to stay with us for the latest news on the coronavirus pandemic in New York. Priority registration is underway for the summer and fall semesters. For information and to reach an advisor or counselor for assistance, go to the college website at sunysuffolk.edu/coronavirus. Stay tuned for more news after these messages.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oksidi Sparbo, and I'm New York City's doctor. As Health Commissioner, I want to let you know that we have confirmed cases of novel coronavirus, what we're now calling COVID-19, in New York City. Community transmission, or the spread of the virus from person to person in other countries around the world, has raised our level of concern. But rest assured, we are employing all the tools at our disposal to keep New Yorkers healthy. If you're wondering what you can do, here's what we recommend for all New Yorkers. Wash your hands frequently. Hand washing for 20 seconds can help stop the spread of respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19. Also, avoid touching your face. And if you've got a cough or sneeze, do it into your sleeve. Do it into your sleeve and not into your hands. If you're feeling sick with a cold or flu-like symptoms and you've traveled to places like China or other places that have ongoing coronavirus activity, stay home, call your doctor. Same thing goes for your kids. We need New Yorkers to stay vigilant against the threat of coronavirus. Stay tuned for more updates. We'll be sure to get right back to you. But remember, New Yorkers, we're in this together.
We know that we're asking Americans to do a lot right now. So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible to this virus.
A question I often get asked is, why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
Social distancing is really physical separation of people.
It's what we refer to when we ask people to stay at least 6 feet apart.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants, not going to theaters where there are a lot of people. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others who might actually be infected or infect you.
We all have a role to play in preventing person-to-person spread of this disease, which can be deadly for vulnerable groups. For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
I'm Dr. Howard Zucker, New York State's Health Commissioner. As we see the number of cases of coronavirus grow in New York State, event spaces where large numbers of people gather need to be temporarily closed. The goal is to reduce the number of cases, which will reduce hospitalizations and deaths. Please know, we take these measures to protect New Yorkers, especially the elderly and people with underlying health issues who are the most vulnerable to this virus. We are working 24/7 on this evolving situation, so stay informed.
The coronavirus pandemic continues to keep us from teaching and learning in our production studios, but that has not stopped the teaching and learning process. All radio and television production classes have found ways to be resourceful and creative to produce remotely. Television production, too, has produced several episodes of Shark Bait News. Let's take a look at a short clip from the show.
Hello and welcome to Shark Bait, your source for all the bites you need from the world you live in. I'm your host, Bob Ellsmore. During these tough times, we are urged to stay home, to stay healthy for the good of the community. Some companies have taken this to the next level. One such corporate powerhouse is the Geico Insurance Agency. They'll be crediting back their 6 and 12-month policyholders 15% of their full-term policy.
That's amazing. Go to their YouTube channel at SCCC-RTV to see the full episode of Shark Bait News. They've moved on to producing their own 6-minute shows. The production crew uses Microsoft Teams for class meetings, sharing files, and keeping each other informed. Moving on to Television Production 1, they produced 2 remote episodes of Suffolk Scene and are presently working on a 3rd. Let's take a look at a short clip from their show.
This is Suffolk Scene, a weekly look at New York's playground, Suffolk County. And now here's your host, Andrea.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Suffolk Scene. I'm your host, Andrea Avendano, and tonight we're going to be talking about what's happening in Hollywood. Starting off our show, we're going to have Matt talk about what movies made audiences rush to theaters this year. And after that, we're going to have Melina and Alexis talk about the top highest paid actors and actresses of 2019. All right, let's get this show started. Take it away, Matt.
Thank you, Andrea, and here are the top box office movies of 2019.
Well done. This TV production crew uses Blackboard Collaborate Ultra for class meetings, sharing files, and critiquing each episode. Moving on to electronic field production. They just finished producing their news stories, some of which will be shared on Instagram TV at SCCC-RTV. Here's a short clip from one of their productions.
Hello and welcome back to RTV, Long Island's #1 internet news source. Today, we bring you updates on the COVID-19 pandemic and how the community is handling the situation. We start with updates on the virus itself. We are up to over 2.3 million confirmed cases globally, and of those, over 602,000 people have recovered, and over 161,000 people have died from the virus. Of those 2.3 million cases, over 26,000 of them are in Suffolk County alone, with 1.5 thousand people recovered and 693 have passed away from the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, this situation is being handled very differently all across the world. As for us Long Islanders, we are still on lockdown. Only essential employees are allowed to work. All restaurants are curbside pickup only, and all events, parks, beaches, theaters, malls, etc. are closed.
It's really remarkable what the students and faculty have managed to come up with to be successful. This class uses Blackboard Collaborate Ultra for class sessions and production meetings. They are now moving on to their final projects. It should be noted that students have used their resourcefulness and ingenuity to pull off these productions, using whatever tools they've been able to get their hands on, including cameras, phones, audio recorders, computers, you name it. They've come through and gotten the work done. All Suffolk County Community College students have access to Adobe Creative Suite, and RTV students have remote access to technical support for those products, including Final Cut Pro. Additionally, there's support for students considering setting up a home studio. They can reach out to the RTV professional support team for their suggestions and tips on doing so. The team uses email and Zoom conferencing and screen sharing to provide these services to our students. The ability to share screens via Zoom makes this process successful. Additionally, the college offers extensive remote technical support for all students and faculty, which can be found on the college website at sunysuffolk.edu/coronavirus. Select the Technical Support tab in the left column, where you will find a wealth of information. The RTV faculty hold a daily huddle via MS Teams to keep abreast of all the things going on in the program, with their students, and with the college. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Howard Zucker, New York State's health commissioner and a pediatrician. I want to talk to you about an aggressive anti-vaccine movement that's causing confusion and fear. It's leading some parents to delay or even avoid vaccinating their children. Unfortunately, it's one reason we're seeing more and more reports of these diseases here in New York and across the nation. I assure you, vaccines are safe and effective. I'm a father. My kids are vaccinated. If you have concerns, please talk to your healthcare provider. I'm Dr. Howard Zucker, New York State's health commissioner. There's no doubt the spread of novel coronavirus is a major public health challenge. Most of us can avoid illness by washing our hands often and avoiding people who are sick. But the elderly and people with existing health conditions should also avoid crowded places and people who are ill. We're working 24/7 on this evolving situation, so stay informed and don't be misled by rumors and false information. And most of all, please stay well.
Has the possibility of bringing us together in ways none of us would have been able to predict or expect.
I'm so small, said the mole. Yes, said the boy, but you make a huge difference.
Suffolk Radio has also found creative ways to produce remotely to keep the station up to date. Bill Terry, the station manager, writes scripts and then has students produce them at home. Let's take a listen.
Suffolk County Community College Internet Radio. Suffolk County Community College wishes to express our deepest gratitude and appreciation for our faculty, staff, and students, both past and present, who are putting their lives in peril every day to keep us safe during this time of extreme uncertainty. To all the members of the Suffolk family who are healthcare workers, hospital workers, EMT volunteers, police, volunteer fire personnel, postal workers, grocery store employees, and all other essential employees, we wish to express our extreme gratitude to each and every one of you for all you are doing. This is Suffolk Radio Assistant Program Director Harrison Kona, and from all of us at Suffolk County Community College, may you stay safe and be well.
Suffolk Radio, your fresh new variety of hits from yesterday and today.
That's great. Bill then goes to the campus once a week and updates the programming. Additionally, the station has partnered with the 3 campus executive deans to get them on the air. While this situation has been tough, you can't get more real-life experience than this. And finally, the results are in for the first annual Media Festival. It looked like the coronavirus had won and knocked out the festival. But Professor Carl Kalange, the Suffolk broadcasters, and Bob Elsmore did not let that happen. The Media Festival streamed live on YouTube April 12th, where more than 400 people tuned in. It was an amazing display of creativity for all those involved. For a recap on the winners, go to their YouTube channel at SCCC RTV and take a look. To all those working on the front lines to protect and care for the rest of us, we are grateful to each of you. You are our heroes. For those who are willing to celebrate your amazing work on the front lines, caring for the rest of us, please send us a photo or a short video clip of you doing so that we can include it in our next broadcast. The rest of you who continue to maintain social distancing to save lives, share a photo or a video clip of you doing just that so we can include those as well. You can send the photos and short videos to scckrtv@gmail.com. Well, that's all the time we have for today, so please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at SCCCRTV. Until next time, please stay home, save lives, and stay well. I'm Gail Sheridan for RTV News. Good day.